Hello, good morning everyone and welcome back to UK Survival. So today is a little bit of a different video because I've been asked by one of my family members to have a look at a rat problem around the area where they live. Now, they've been sighted a common brown rat a few times by my parents, by my brother and also the next door neighbour around the vicinity of the sort of back of the gardens. It's sort of running between the three sort of gardens. And it's a good fair size from my head to about here to my hand sort of thing. It's a good sort of 12 inches long or 30 centimetres. So we know it's a common brown rat because it's brown and it's common to our country. But the problem is we have two types of rats in the UK. We've got a black rat and a brown rat. The black rats are usually, they don't really care, sort of. They're more stupid rats. If you think that they'd sort of go for anything. If you set traps up, you probably catch them with the first day of catching them. The brown common rat, though, they're a bit more timid and shy. So so when you're setting traps up, if you're going to bait them and set them straight away, they're probably never going to get them and go anywhere near them. Or if one sees it, they're all going to leave it. They're going to completely leave it alone. So you need to be a bit more patient with the brown rat before we actually do it. So I've just gone down to my local sort of hardware sort of garden centre and just bought a couple of traps. So we've got it's called Pest Stop Sure Set Rat Trap. So we've got this one here, a plastic one, paid a £5 for that one, and I've also tried the metal spring version. So I'm going to go for two different things. I'm going to see how those traps actually fare out. The reason we spotted them because they keep guinea pigs, which we can see just in here, and inside they've got two sheds. They've got one indoors and one outdoors. They were cleaning the outdoor one, or the indoor ones, left it open to dry. When they went to put the guinea pigs back in it, a rat came flying out. So that's why we're going to get over there. So I'm going to go set these. I'm going to show you around a little bit. I'm going to set these, and the bait which we're going to use today is going to be some good old-fashioned peanut butter, because I've learnt by sort of thing that they really do love peanut butter. So I'm going to be feeding these rats for a couple of days before I actually set the traps to kill. So so the idea is the rats will come over and they get used to seeing the rats, used to seeing the traps. They eat. I'll be feeding them for a couple of days, and then after I've fed them for a few days, they're used to it. I'm then going to start setting them, and hopefully where there's one, there's usually more, isn't there? Yeah. So we're going to see what we can actually catch around on there. The knowledge I've got is from the armed forces due to one of the jobs I was doing. I was environmental health control officer, so I did a course, so I know roughly, I know what I'm doing, and I'm sort of qualified to do this at the same time as well. But I just don't go out and actually charge people to do it. Just do it a little bit of a background hobby when ask people to do it. So I'm going to take you around now. I'm going to show you through where the rat problem is and where they're coming in, and what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so so the guinea pigs live inside here, sort of the indoor hutch, and the rat was actually living inside of this little section in here. When they were able to put the rats inside, it came flying out of there, and it jumped out, and it went down the back, and there's a hole just behind those surfboards. So I'm going to be pulling this out very shortly and putting a trap. I can put a trap back there next to the hole, so it gets used to. But I can't have the dog, because they've got a dog as well, and it's a ratter, it's a terrier, so I need to make sure that when I do set it, that I can get the rat, can get access to it, but the dog can't. Yeah, so I'll be setting, going all around. And the other one, I'll just climb over this, whoop, I nearly slipped. So it comes at the back over here. I'll just go over the top. So I'm going to be moving this trellis out of the way. I'm going to be putting another trap, which is just down there. Basically, it is literally a rat run. Yeah, so I'm going to put another trap down there. And so they're coming along this sort of edge and coming over the edge and sort of going down to the garden over there. So that is what we're going to do. So I'm going to get the camera set up and I'll quickly sort that out. Okay, so I've just pulled out that shelving unit, and now I can actually see where the rat's coming into. So we've got a nice big hole there, and it's coming into that little area there, and then going up and trying to get any of the food or warmth from actually the outside, from the frost area. So I'm going to be setting the trap around here somewhere, so as it comes in it'll smell it like the peanut butter, and I'm going to block this area off with those surfboards again, or bodyboards, so the dog can't actually get to the trap. So that's going to be the one set inside, and we're also going to put another one just over that way as well. So that is exactly what we're now going to do. And what there are, the rats are after the food, which guinea pigs sort of drop out, any of the droppings on litter. So it's a prime sort of thing which they're after. Okay, so I've got the 2 rat traps sort of opened up and have a look at. So we're going to talk about a few little features about each of these things. So this is the £5 Sure Set rat trap. Exactly the same as the metal rat trap. This one costs £3.50, that costs £5. There's a main reason for this. This is safer to use and safer to operate and easier to deal with than actually this one, which I'll explain and show you the difference. So when setting the trap, the first thing you need to do is bait them. And when you're baiting them, I'd say rats, the brown rats are going to be quite timid. They're not going to come anywhere near these sort of the first 1 or 2 days. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put bait on each of these traps, but I'm not actually going to set them. I'm basically going to, as I said earlier on, I'm going to be feeding the rats for a couple of days before we actually go to try to kill them. So with this one, simply all I'm going to do is open up the little hole over here, and I can then place my bait actually inside there itself and make it nice and easy, so the rats can get in, they can eat it and then go away. With the metal one, all I simply have to do is just put it on the front little bit there and they come over, but these spikes might deter them, so that's why I've got 2 different versions. You never want to go out with everything all the same thing, because one might work better than the other. So that is what I'm going to do, but before I actually put the bait on them, I'm just going to go through, show how to set the things as well. So with this one, as it says there, all it simply says is press here. So nice and simple. I push there. Now the trap is set. See how easy that was? So all the rats got to do, they're used to eating the bait. They come over here. They stand on the panel. Hey presto, caught the rat trying to eat the bait itself. And all you're going to do is get rid of it, just lift it up and then throw it out in the bin. So that is that one. This one here, the metal one, a bit more complicated to set it. You bait it first, like you bait this one first as well. You bait this one first. You then lift over the safety lever or the bar. You then need to push this all the way down, and this has actually got some good tension in this, so you don't want to be letting go of this or having your fingers over that way. Pull the bar over, push it down until the little lock is just set in place there. So I'll just zoom in on that a little bit. You can see this little bit here. As I push that down, it locks it in place. I tend to lift it up a little bit, and then once I'm happy, move my hands away from the back, and then that trap is now set. The problem with this one is when you set it, you can walk around with it, and it's going to be safe to walk around, and you can place it where you need to. Yeah, so this is a lot easier. You can bait it, and then if it's a really difficult area, you can put yourself into it, and to deset it, yeah, you can just slowly sort of release it. Problem with this one is it's quite, you can't move it as easy as you want to, because as soon as you dislodge that little thing there, this thing is lethal. Yeah, if I show you with a stick, yeah, it literally just broke up pieces of the stick. And when I first used it, just to have a quick look at it, it snapped the stick sort of clean in half and massed a little bit over there. So you don't want to be putting your fingers inside of that trap, because basically the force comes over there, the killing blow. The idea is the head will be there and the neck, and these spikes will go into the neck itself. So with this one, you need to be a bit more careful when you actually place it. Yeah, so I tend to try to set it in location, but if not, just be very, very careful when you're moving it. So I'm now going to bait these things up now and then place them into where we need them. So I'm going to put that over there like that, and then that's it. Let's bait these up. And now all we're going to do now is just leave these two in situ for a day or so. I'm going to come back and check them tomorrow. Like with anything in the UK, every trap you always got to set within 24. You got to check them every 24 hours. So when you go hunting and that sort of thing. So I'm going to do the same process of this. So I'm going to set them now, and then I'll come back tomorrow to see how much of the bait's been eaten, rebait them if required, and then go again. I'm going to do this until I see the bait's gone. So I want to make sure the rats are really, really used to eating them. Okay, so this one, all I'm going to do is just place this. Oops. Very clever, was it? Oh, that's not very clever either. Okay, so this one, all I'm going to do is just place this down here. Then I'm going to use these little balls to protect the area. Another reason why I'm using this black one, because it's a lot safer, because the chances of my dog really trying to get around the back and get it, yeah, because it's not, it hurts, but it's not going to really kill them or do any major damage if it did get to it. But for setting all traps, you only want to go after your target animal, and you need to make sure it doesn't, the other species can't actually get to it or get killed with those traps. So that is the main thing here, because I know I've got a dog in the area. So I'm going to put this just down in here, just for now. So that's nice and easy. Oh, you can't really see that, but that is down on the floor. And then all I'm going to do now is, with my put these boards back up how they were, to try to just block that area in, to stop access to the dog to try to get to it. Yeah, so the dog can't get to it now. That's now trapped. I'm not going to put the plastic shelving back, or the metal shelving back in, which is going to keep them in place. Then hey presto, trap 1 baited, not set, is done. So let's do the second one. Oh, okay, so the second one is a little bit more awkward to get to. The first thing to use is this metal drum out of the way, and then get this trellis out of the way, and then all I'm going to do is simply just lay this on the floor. There's no reason I don't have to do anything special or protect it. I've just got to get it out sort of around there. So let's just move some of this stuff and then just lay that sort of down in there. Oil drums, mate, not oil drums, tumble dryer drums make really good fire pits. Yeah, so I need to get myself one of those. Let's get this trellis out of the way. And then all I'm going to do is just lay this down a little run. So we've got a trap just over there, so I'm going to lay this a bit further down. So I'll bring it over here so you can see what I've just done. Yeah, so you can see that's the entrance is where those stones are. I've just put it just up there a little bit, so as it comes through here, as it comes through the old rat run, it'll see that, eat that, and then before it gets into there. So the idea is I want to catch the rat here, not in there, because if it's in there and I don't get it, the dog gets to it first, it's a bit of an annoying thing. So I'd rather catch it in where the dog can't physically get to it, and then catch it where the dog could try to get to it. So that's it. Okay, so that's now sorted. We'll come back here tomorrow and we'll have a quick check, and then the day after. And all I do for the rest of the video, we're going to keep updating you until hopefully success will come in there. So let's see you tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day now. So it's actually been exactly 24 hours since I actually set them, well, give or take a few minutes. Since I set the traps. I haven't actually looked at them myself yet, so you're going to see the traps the first time with me. We're going to check out the one behind the shed first, because it's easier to get to, and then we'll try to dive into the shed. And all we're checking for today is there any presence of the actual rat itself by looking at this, if it has the trap been disturbed or has the food been eaten. So we're going to go around, and I'm going to turn the camera around now and let's see what we've got. So we can look here down at the trap. Let's zoom in on it. It looks like all the bait is fully intact. I can't really see any signs of the trap being looked at, but then again it did freeze last night, so it might be the case of it's frozen over and they couldn't get to it. So let's have a look inside of this trap in here. So I'm now inside the shed, so I'm going to turn it around and then we'll try and get into here without moving things really. Oh, hang on, I might need to move that, silly me. So let's lift this up. No, you can see there the trap is still down there, still got its peanut butter intact. Okay, so day one unsuccessful. But it might be successful because we don't want the rat inside the garden. So on a plus note, we know we haven't got them at the moment. On a negative note, it's not there, so I can't catch it. So we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see have we got any more movement. As I did say in the first time, that brown rats are very, very cautious. It can take 2 to 3 days, maybe 3 or 4 days sometimes, for them to get confident actually going to that new system on there. So it might just be that I've put the trap down and it's scared now, so I'll come back over the next couple of days. It probably hasn't touched it. Maybe 3 days later, 3 days time, it probably will take it. So let's have a quick look. Well, so I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so it's day 3 of the rat hunt. I'm going to change a little bit today because the one behind the shed is a little bit open. They might not want to feed there, so I'm also going to put something that's behind it, make a little tunnel so they can go into there as well. So that's what I'm going to do for that one. But I'm going to check inside the shed first and have a quick look, see what we've got. Right, let's see, make a noise again, shall we? Right, so lift this up. No, it's still sitting in there. What looks like it's undisturbed. So that's that one. And now let's just jump over this. Step over here. Step over here. It looks like that's undisturbed as well. Oh, you can't see it. Looks like that one's undisturbed as well. But what I am going to do, I'm going to put this metal, I'm going to put something over there just to keep it. Looks a bit annoying every time I want to check it, but it might be a little bit easier to catch them. I'm not sure. I'll do one more day like this and then we'll see what happens. Just because if I need to check that trap every day, I need to get into that, move all this, move it all away, and that's just a bit of a pain. But at least with the other ones I can just scoot over, so I might actually just leave that. One's in cover, one's not in cover. But that's it, that's day 3, we'll see you back in for day 4. Alright, so it's Sunday now. I didn't come down here yesterday, but I rung up my brother, who actually lives at the house, just to give him a quick check, and he said they were fine. So I'm going to come over now and have a quick check on Sunday, and see what we've got. No, so it still looks like there is no movement into that trap whatsoever. So let's have a quick look in this one. We'll just undo this. Let's go inside, undo that, and undo that one, and let's go inside here. When you're trying to catch the things, you can never catch them. Oh, hello guinea pigs. Wick, 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 wick. There he is. That's who we're protecting. So, let's come over here. Let's lift this up. And we've got no movement there either. What I might do, I might take this one up. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, it's still got a really, really strong peanut butter smell to it, so it's still good. But it doesn't look like anything's been anywhere near it. So, what we'll do though, we'll set this one. So what I'll do, I'll push that in. I'll set that now, just in case. And what we'll do, we'll put that up there on the other side, so it might attract the smell coming in there. So we'll set that one. They've been there a few days. Yes, they haven't. No. So it's been there a few days. Yes, we haven't caught anything, but I've now set one of them just to see what's going to happen, to see if we get any more movement. But that's it. We'll come back tomorrow and have another look. Okay, it's Monday, and we're going to have another little look. This is the first day I've actually live armed the trap inside of the shed, so we're going to have a quick look. And what I'll probably finish it up here, I'll probably end up finishing the daily logs here now, and I'll just come back to you of when we actually do catch one and tell you how long it actually took to catch it. So because it's been quite a lot of time now, which I'm conscious, been no action whatsoever. So I just thought, well, I'll keep coming down here every day with the camera, just in case I do find one. But I'll only let you know exactly when it was and what day it was. So let's have a quick look. No, knot's gone. So that's still. So that one's still not gone. And now I'm going to activate the other trap, because I didn't do that yesterday because I was wearing the wrong sort of, oops, I just broke something. I'll pull all this apart now, get all this out, set the other one, and that will be me. And you'll next see me again if and when I do catch the trap. I'll just keep baiting it every so often and set it up until the time will tell.